A long time ago, well, not that long ago I suppose, but it feels like a long time ago, back in the old days of the NES and whatnot, there was a phenomenon called bootleg games. Now, these are games that, for some reason or other, people aren't able to access the actual games, or maybe they don't have the money or whatnot, licensing issues. So, people looking to make a quick buck would take those games, make unlicensed copies of them, and put them out on bootleg cartridges. You probably have to mod the system a little bit to get them to run, but in the end, you get the good enough product, I suppose you could call it. So you ever wonder whatever happened to that? Well, because of quality control and whatnot, nowadays modern consoles don't really have a lot of bootleg games. If you dug deep enough, you could probably find something as an asset flip, but otherwise you wouldn't find many bootleg games per se, because those tend to get copyright strikes pretty quickly. Now, of course, if you look around in the PC, you'll probably find a lot still, but consoles are pretty clear. So where did all those games go? I'll tell you where. The mobile market. The mobile market is a wild, wild west of game development. Anyone and everyone could publish a game there for a pretty cheap price too. You don't need that much to put something up. So, because of the lack of oversight by certain parties who are policing the market and giving quality control, or lack of quality control, many games that use bootlegged assets have managed to make their way onto the store. We're going to take a look at some of them today. We're going to dig deep, find out exactly how terrible some of these will get. I've got ourselves a page of fighting game bootleg things. I don't know what else to say. I mean, a lot of them are like icons, and they use like official art from various games, except slightly modified. So let's get started. I know all of you are taking a look at the top left hand corner right there. That's Ryu from Street Fighter 4, but he appears to be blonde for some reason. He looks really odd. That one's called Fighter. So, yeah. This one's full title is called Street Fighting Free Kungfu Fighting Games. Oh, thanks. Ooh, that's loud. What even is this music anyway? So you open up the game, and I think that's... I'm actually not sure. Is that what's his name? He's from King of Fighters 14. I recognize that jacket. He's a straight up brawler guy. But the hair and face reminds me of Rock Howard for some reason. That was Ryu on the front too, so... Oh, let's hit the start button, I guess. That's not Ryu. Alright, those are King of Fighters characters. Boss, look, a pretty girl come moving on. Wow, so beautiful. Oh, hey, Raiden, what are you doing here? Is that Athena? I think it is. Hey, I like your small fiery tear, and Raiden blocks the rest of the text. Ah, no, don't come near me. Don't resist, pretty. And there he goes. Oh boy. Kill the guy. Alright, so that's Iori's stance. Alright, press here to walk to the head. I don't even know what that is. Okay, but here, hold here to attack. Here to release skill. Continue to attack to release even more skills. Those are Iori animations. Whoa, okay, 500 points. Alright, so this is a beat 'em up. So it's not in fact a fighting game, but it's a... Yeah. I don't really know what to say about this one. We're gonna do our combos. They just use this Iori DMO over and over. This is really easy. I just have to keep tapping the button. I can just hold it down, in fact. I don't even need to touch it. And because of this, we can't touch it. Alright. No, I don't want to rate your game. So the stage ended, but there were people off to the left. Enemies are so powerful, click here to improve yourself. The shop. Okay. So you can upgrade your skills. And you can upgrade your stats. And I guess it's competent, but it's just full of stolen assets. There is no doubt that this is a very dangerous place, but rescue pretty little is your only goal. You just have to kill 15 enemies. Yeah, that's Athena, alright. Don't waste time. Together up. And that music just repeats over and over. So just hold the button down. There's literally nothing else they can do. And those like Clark and Ralph from Metal Gear. I almost said Metal Gear, I can't believe I'm saying that. Metal Slug. Yeah, I just have to hold. I'm just holding these two buttons, forward and charge. I can just do this, and occasionally do this thing. Nobody can touch me. Why would I even need to upgrade? You just go back and forth repeatedly. Yeah, I don't wanna. Leave me alone. Alright, so there's like just a ton of stages. How many stages are there? Oh, that's a lot, but we're not hanging around to do these. I had enough of this. Now this one's Street Fighting Games Classic Kung Fu Fighter game. Most of these titles just reuse the title in various permutations. That's the same music and just a slightly different character art. Street Fighting. If I hit start and then this seems awfully familiar. Oh, the exact same text too. Alright. This seems awfully familiar. These two games have been made by a developer called feng. What are you doing? Put the girl down and hey, kill the guy. And then let me see. The attack's the exact same? Yep. This is the same game. It's the exact same game. Just reskinned. You know what, I'm not hanging around to do it. I'm probably not gonna hang around to do this, but I'm just gonna see what the map looks like, I guess. So we do the same thing, just hold the direction and hold the attack button, and we can just go repeatedly. This is embarrassing, honestly. So many Ioris. Yep, everything down to the sound bites, and oh god, it has ads on this one. Yep, it's the exact same thing except with ads. I'm not doing this. So those two were by the same developer feng, and I've got one more here by that same developer. It's Street Combat, City Fighter, Free Fighting, and Boxing WWE games. Yeah, that's the full title of the game. You never heard of it? It's got such a long title, it has to be good. It's powered by Unity, this one. Why would all these things want to send me notifications? Oh gee. Different music, I'm so happy. What story mode? This appears to be a Mortal Kombat style. Oh, come on, ads? It says I can skip the ad in 5, but I can't skip the ad. At all.
Round 1.
Okay. So here I am. This is, I think, some sort of Mortal Kombat clone? Or maybe it's Killer Instinct by the chain combos. I don't know. I'm fighter versus warrior. Clearly this is the best fighting game characters of all time. The AI is relentlessly brutal. Also, I'm really tall. You ever noticed that? This guy chain combos like mad, man. I can't even hit him. Come on, give me combos. Can I just sweep him to death? Oh no. This guy is tough. I'm just gonna low attack him to death. Sweep him to death. This music loop though. I mean, at least this one's an actual fighting game compared to the other one. Those are beat 'em ups. AI is pretty damn relentless though.
Round 2.
And that font is good old classic. That flip kick doesn't even do anything. Can't hit anything. This is really badly made. The controls are super awkward. And the AI just does not let up. And there are no special moves as far as I can tell, other than that flip kick. What even is this music? I hear background rap or something and bullets. In any case, I guess maybe it's not Mortal Kombat directly, but it reminds me of Mortal Kombat enough that I'm just gonna call it a Mortal Kombat bootleg. Although it really isn't. Look at this guy with his combos. So the warrior wins over the fighter. And you can continue, yes or no? I'm gonna say no. Well, we're off to a great start. 3 games by a certain developer named feng. And they all suck, let's be honest. Let's move on to Street King Fighter, free fighting and boxing games. It's very important to make sure it's called free, or as it's called here, KOC2. KOC2. Not a Unity game. King of Combat. I don't know why it's called King of Combat when it's called something else in other places. Alright, so let's hit the start button. We got a bunch of wacky characters here. We've got... Oh boy, is that Ryu? But he's got nunchucks. And he looks really derpy. Let me look at him, like, just spinning that thing around. The animation even stutters at a certain point. That's just funny. We've got Raiden, who's also spinning on... What even is that? Is that a... I mean, that's no nunchuck. It's like a wire with a arrowhead on top of it. Or maybe it's a fishbone. Yeah, he's just spinning a fishbone around. Alright, we've got a lady from Kill Bill. Clearly, that's the only thing that's possible here. Yellow tracksuit, katana. I mean, it's just you know who. I don't know who this is even. We've got two unknown characters. A duo scythe guy. I'm guessing that's a WWE guy, and katana. With Chun-Li's outfit, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the fish. It has to be the fish. Oh man. Oh man. These buttons don't... Wait. Calm down. Do these buttons even work? Dude, the attack buttons... They're not responding to anything I'm doing. Okay, the big button works at least, but it doesn't work with the directional keys. I'm holding a direction and pressing and there's nothing. And the AI is going apeshit again. Alright, so I have to be standing still to be using attacks. I can't be moving forward or backward while using attacks. That's great. And like the AI, there's like no hit stun and no combos, whatever. The AI just wails on you endlessly, and because you can't attack while moving, but they can attack while moving. Oh man, no, shut up. King of Combat, more like King of Snorbat. Moving on. Ultimate Street Fighting Real Action Games. These two are made by Chui Liu. So, this one's got Iori on it. That's how you know it's good. Oh no, it's the exact same thing. Isn't it? Dude, this is just a shameless ripoff of Street Fighting Games' classic Kung Fu Fighter game. That's the exact same thing. They just took the app package and redistributed it under their own name. That's shameless. Well, we've already seen these. We've already seen this, so we're gonna have to move on. The King Fighters Fatal Fight. So, King of Fighters in there, Fatal Fighters in there, by Chui Liu. What's not to like? By the way, this one and Street King Fighter free fighting and boxing games have the same screenshot, which is the King of Combat one. And here it's just called King Fighters. And that icon keeps showing up. Clearly someone else created this thing first. $10 card coupon? I don't think so. That's an ad. Oh, it's the exact same thing, except we've got a different selection of characters now. We've got this guy. Who even are you? You're like a... Are you supposed to be from the remake of The Karate Kid? Except with a sword? I don't know. I feel like I need to try this new guy out, right? Are those four icons just gonna be at the bottom? Oh, okay, this is different. This is different. Click to move. Click to attack. But yes, you can only attack... Whoa, you can attack while moving. That's already a plus. That's already better than the original. Alright, so we can go straight into a fight now. So I can actually attack while moving this time. That's a plus. Because this guy does way too much damage to us, so. What even is this stage? Is this Midgar? Game over, restart, close. No. I am not showing ads on this video. I mean, Honestly, no. The frequency of that ad just surprised me there. So this one is King Fighter of Street Free Fighting and Boxing WWE games. Hey, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? This one also has King of Combat as a screenshot in the store. And this one's by a different dev. Yet it looks like another redistribute of the same package. Yes, it is. It's a redistribution of the same package. We've already seen this. We're not doing this. Zhang Feng, shame on you. Next up is Kungfu Street-Ultimate Fight. Nice and simple. This one has Spider-Man in the screenshot for some reason. Also, that's just Q. That's just Q on the icon. It's the Ultimate Fight one, whatever it is. What even is this? Same music, except slightly different graphics. And it opens up with an ad. Please. Well, gee, what do you know? A pretty girl coming over. And well, so beautiful. At least the characters are different now, I guess. And then they just pick up the girl and then they walk off with her. Of course. And then along comes Guy. Wow, the Bushin Ryu has fallen on bad times, huh? Fancy seeing you here. Guy, when did you steal Yoroi's moveset? That's shameless of you. Alright, we've got one last one. King of Combat Ultimate Shadow Fighters. That rounds up the 3 games by Zhang Feng. King Fighters. Another stretched icon. Gee, this looks familiar as well. It's the exact same thing. Is there no honor among bootleggers? You're supposed to make your own bootleg, not steal other people's ones. Well, we're moving on a little bit now to a different developer, Ailan. Good to see you. Good to have you here. What's your first game? Streets of Combat, Kungfu Battle Free, new rockman style Half-Life arcade wrestle game. Whoa. So, to list in order, there's Streets of Rage in here, there's Mortal Kombat, there is Kung Fu. It's a free game that has battle stuff in it, and Mega Man's in this game, and so is Half-Life. And there's arcade and wrestling things. I want to see Mega Man wrestle Gordon Freeman, don't you? Now I'm curious. I gotta see. Kombat. Oh no. There's no Mega Man in here, is there? There's no streets even. This is just a mountain road. There's nothing. There's no Gordon Freeman in here. There is no Mega Man. I feel cheated. Street of Kunfu Fight. Wait. Street of Kunfu Fighter. Comical Devil Combat with Final Fighting Arcade Battle. I'll just say that real quick, real many times. There's another Clawman on this. This one's just called Combat on the icon. Obviously you can't fit them all into the regular space, but... Gee! You think? You think? Yep, this one is the 6th roster one. It's the 6th roster. Everything's the same. Yep. Everything's the same. It's just this crappy thing. Yep. That's definitely a Mortal Kombat thing. They've got freezing. Sorry, Ailan, both the games have already been seen before. We're not gonna be looking at them. Well, let's move on to a different dev. Maybe this one's giving us something else to work with.